History is filled with strange stories, but this is not just another one of them. This story is so unusual that even doctors and psychologists try to understand it. But even today, no one truly understands it. How two sisters who could not live without each other ended up in a situation where one of them had to die. This is the story of June and Jennifer, identical twins, who were not just sisters, but each other's habit, each other's need, and slowly, each other's prison. 1963, Barbados, a house filled with joy. Two baby girls are born, identical in every way, so similar that even their mother sometimes couldn't tell them apart. The early years seem completely normal. They play together, sleep together, laugh together, cry together. But slowly, something unusual begins to appear. These two girls are only interested in each other. The rest of the world seems like it doesn't even exist. Then one day, everything changes. Their family moves to the United Kingdom. And this is where their world completely shifts. Barbados is a place where most people come from Afro-Caribbean backgrounds, with a different culture, different accent, and a different way of life compared to the UK. So when June and Jennifer start school in the United Kingdom, everything feels unfamiliar. Their accent is different, their appearance is different, their background is different, and the other children begin to notice that difference. At first, it's small jokes, laughter, teasing. But slowly, it turns into something heavier. Day after day, rejection builds up, and slowly, their voices begin to disappear. At first, they speak less, then only when necessary, and then completely stop. Teachers become confused. They try to involve them, to communicate with them, to understand them. But whenever they are spoken to, there is only silence, as if they have completely disconnected from the world. But then one day, something shocking is discovered. They do speak to each other, but not in a language anyone else can understand. Their speech is fast, extremely fast, almost impossible to follow. Their family eventually takes them to psychologists. Tests are done, evaluations begin, and then a decision is made. They must be separated. It is believed that breaking their dependency might help them become normal again. But what happens next is something no one expects. The moment they are separated, June becomes completely silent, almost motionless. Jennifer becomes physically ill, as if their system has crashed, as if neither of them can exist alone. And at that moment, doctors realize something terrifying. These are not just sisters, they are extensions of each other. They are placed back together, and from here, their own private world begins, a world where no one else exists, only June and Jennifer and their imagination. Slowly, they begin to write stories, novels. At first, it seems like creativity, but if you read their work closely, you feel something unsettling, a strange darkness underneath every story. Characters who are controlled, dependent, obsessed, as if they are not writing fiction, but expressing something deeper, something trapped inside them. By their teenage years, around 14 to 16, their isolation becomes even deeper. Their connection with the outside world is almost gone. Only an unhealthy dependence on each other remains. During this phase, something darker begins to happen. Small thefts start appearing. At first, minor things disappearing from shops, things taken without paying, almost like childish behavior. But slowly, it escalates. It is no longer just stealing, it becomes destruction, breaking things, damaging property, releasing built-up anger in any way they can. And then, it reaches another level: fire. Small fire-related incidents begin to appear, acts of arson, as part of their growing behavioral instability. This is the point where everything spirals further out of control, and eventually, because of their crimes, they are arrested. In court, everyone expects them to speak, to defend themselves. But once again, silence. For the judge, This case is unlike anything normal. And finally, they are sent to Broadmoor, a high-security psychiatric hospital, a place reserved for dangerous patients. And now, June and Jennifer are among them. But something strange happens here. Their bond becomes even stronger. They begin to control each other. If one speaks, the other chooses silence. If one eats, the other refuses food. As if an invisible game of control is being played between them. A game of power, a game of survival. And slowly, this game becomes more and more dangerous. A nurse once said, "These two cannot live without each other, but together they are slowly dying." And then, one day, everything changes again. They make a decision so disturbing that it is still hard to believe. They decide that one of them must die. Only then can the other be free. Think about that. If you were told that in order to live, you must erase a part of yourself, what would you do? How was this decision made? Who said it first? Even today, no one knows. But then, one day, Jennifer suddenly falls ill. No warning, no clear reason. She is taken to the hospital. Doctors run tests, but nothing is found. And then, within a short time, she dies, just like that. As if she simply left. As if it was her own decision that it was time. And the most disturbing part, later June says, it was meant to happen. It was the plan. After Jennifer's death, everything changes. June begins to speak, she interacts with people, she behaves normally, as if a part of her life has died and taken her silence with it. But the question still remains. Was this a sacrifice or a psychological breakdown? Was their bond so toxic that death was the only way to break it? Or something else, something we may never fully understand? Even today, psychologists study this case. They call it shared psychosis. But the truth is, some stories are not meant to be fully explained. They are meant to be felt. And this is one of them.